work produces results. Now, most of us recognize and realize that one component of success is hard work. But maybe equally and possibly even more importantly than working hard is working smart, meaning putting forth your efforts in the area or areas that you are lacking or need to improve. So if you're a leader, if you're a pastor of a church, servant leader of a ministry, class president, team captain, leader of a business, CEO, vice president, and so forth, then maybe the area or one of the areas you struggle with is working with other people in ministry or in a class or employee relations. Now you can be this great visionary with great talents and gifts to help your organization grow and be very successful. But if you struggle in that area in dealing with other people, that's the one area you need to target your efforts and work towards. Because think about it, you can be very successful right where you are, but you can be more successful if you focus on that one area or those areas where it requires more of your attention. So working to produce results, working on the areas that need work to be better. Now my first point, if you want to work and produce results, you have to know your strengths and know your weaknesses. Know where you're good, but also know where you're not so good. Know when you're at your best and know when you're not at your best. So when you know your strengths, know the things you can do well, that you excel at. You should also know the things that you don't do well, you struggle with, if you want to be better. And those are the things, of course, that you want to work towards. As I said in my example, dealing with other people, that relationship building piece. If you work in those areas, you can be better. Leads to my second point. My second point is to seek guidance. You know, oftentimes we don't know what we don't know. We can be going through the motions or pushing towards success, being driven towards our goals, and not even realizing the things or the areas that we're lacking in. You know, I was reading an article last week on entrepreneur.com from Damon John, the founder of FUBU, and he said the one thing that every entrepreneur needs, the one thing, even more than capital, even more than resources, the one thing that every entrepreneur needs is a mentor. Someone to help them along the road. Someone that's traveled that path that they've gone across, or that they're about to go across, that can guide them and give them wisdom, give them knowledge. So when you're looking at yourself, when you're looking in the mirror and trying to examine where you're good, where you're not so good, it doesn't hurt and it often helps to seek guidance. Find someone that can help you along and realize the things that you may not even realize that you're doing wrong. Leading to my last point. My third and final point is, after you identify your strengths and weaknesses, seeking guidance to help you improve in those weak areas, you have to apply what you've learned. What good is it to gain this great knowledge and recognize how you can be better if you don't apply it? I'll give you an example. When I first started doing public speaking, this was years ago when I was just starting out as a corporate trainer, almost 20 years ago. One of the things that I struggled with was my pace, my timing. I speak too fast. I get rolling, I get going and going. And I even, every now and again, I will admit that I still have to tell myself, pace, struggle, slow down. Remember the power of the pause. But when I was starting out, I had people that would critique me, people that I reached out to, help me become a better public speaker. And one of the things they told me was, watch my pace. That will allow me to articulate, also engage the audience more. So I had to work on that. So what good would it have benefited me as a public speaker, as a lecturer, as a teacher, or any of the hats that I wear, if I never listened to what they said, or even if I listened, but didn't apply what I learned through seeking their guidance? It wouldn't have helped me at all. I still would have been making the same mistakes and would not have realized the growth or success that I have. So once you get that guidance, once you learn the things that you know you can work towards to be better, you have to apply what you've learned if you truly want to be at your very best. To be successful, it's not just about working hard, it's also about working smart. And in working smart, you have to honestly assess your own performance and your own abilities. So take a look in the mirror, identify where you're strong, but also identify where you're weak. And in those areas where you're weak, seek guidance to improve upon them to be stronger. And then once you get that guidance, and once you've learned those areas and know how to become better, apply that knowledge so you can be better. And ultimately, so you can be at your best and be successful.
That I can have this moment